Hey superstars, hope you're all doing amazing. I'm super excited for this week's video tutorial because I'm going to dive into very important marketing strategy, which is email marketing. And I'm going to give you some awesome tips and tricks to make sure that your emails not only, go to primary inbox, but also it looks more professional and people will really take you seriously and, you're just on a different level as you send these emails. So first of all, I'm going to share with you how you can actually build an email template inside the CRM. If you don't know by now, you can actually create like a newsletter branded email instead of like a black and white email under marketing and then email and templates. So this is where the magic happens. I have here an example so I can quickly show you something that we've built in our own, marketing email. So this one, it looks very professional, very clean, branded, and just straight to the point. So we have here some colors, we have here the buttons and also like the footer. So few things to have in mind is making sure that obviously using custom fields like pulling up the information of your contacts, and you can quickly do this by clicking on a custom values contact and then using these fields as you see here. So for example, contact first name, that's how you get that, and then making sure that your copy is very professional, very direct, and it captures someone's attention. And also one hack is to add some other elements like image or even videos, for example. So it's just a matter of dragging and dropping that element so you can quickly add that in here. So once that is added, you can finish your copy, and these are some tricks and tips that I can share with you. First thing is to add a button. So this is going to be powerful because you don't want them to just focus on your email. You want them to be directed somewhere else, somewhere where you have all these resources that you can share with them so they can have more you know consume more like resources or something that is about you, which builds the credibility and trust. So for example, this is a video that will lead to a thank you page, and then this thank you page actually contains a video and then also some buttons to to have them redirected to our YouTube link, and also like testimonials that will give them more information about our company and how we help clients. So that's like one thing that you can do. So adding like a button, you can even put your YouTube link here so they can visit that, or even your seven-figure funnel if you have that built out. So that's like one thing. And also the other thing is making sure that you have um, your name at the bottom. It's like a formal thing to do in emails, and making sure that you have a footer as well. So I know some emails have all these fancy footers like the Facebook, Instagram buttons, like links to go like to the socials and stuff. But really what you need to have is these three things, very important, because this actually follows the rule in marketing so your emails doesn't go to spam. So it needs to have this sent to and then the contact email, right? So you have to specify that this email was sent to that email address. So it's just a matter of displaying the contact email. So just using the custom values in here, contact and then email, and making sure that the color is this very specific color. As you can see, we have that for the contact email and also for the unsubscribe button. So it's I'm going to give you the code. So for example, you highlight the text and then you go in here and you click on this button, and under here just change the last two zero digits to FF. So that's how you get that blue color, which is very important, so that the email deliverability will not see that as like a spam link, since for example you have a lot of links which would affect the credibility of your email. It would kind of like see it as a spam since you have all these different links, which would uh, look like a spammy message. But if you have this color, it will, determine that as like a legit external link to, like, a legit source, if that makes sense. So just make sure that you use this code color for those, links that you have, not only the unsubscribe link, but if you have like, um, you know, hyperlink, text, or sentences, just make sure that you also use that same color. So there's that. And also, this is very important. Some of us doesn't have this, button. The unsubscribe link is very important because this is, a rule in marketing. And in order to set this up, I'm going to quickly show you how to do that. First step is to actually create a form, and then, creating like an unsub form which looks like this. So once you click on that, this is how, it shows. So this is the form. You have to have the first name, the last name, or you can just use full name, the email. That's very important. And this one is just optional. You don't have to have the reason to unsubscribe, but you only need the name and the email. And then once they submit this, something should happen from here. They should not be they shouldn't be included in your list already, since that's like, the reason why there's like unsubscribe form. So in order to set that up, first is to, obviously create that form. And then the next thing is to create a trigger link. So once you go in, dashboard marketing, you can go to trigger links and go to links, and then add link. And here you can say unsubscribe button. Then you can paste the link of the form that you've created. And then once you put that form link, click on save. And then the next thing is to actually create the workflow or the trigger for that. So we go to automations, and then we're going to use workflow now, since that's like, the next big thing. So click on create workflow. And then, okay, it's loading. From here, you start from scratch and then create new workflow. And on here, add new, workflow trigger. You click that part, and then you find one that says trigger link clicked. So that's that. And then you specify the filter, right? The filter would be finding the, trigger link that you've created, which is the unsubscribe button, and then click on save trigger. Now what happens is you want them to be removed in a campaign or like in a list. So in order to do that, just click on, add action, and then use the action DND. So set contact DND, and then you want them to be removed on specific channel only. Since this is like an email marketing, if you have their phone numbers, they can still be part of that, phone number list. So just disable DND for a specific channel, and then the channel would be the email. Then once you have that, click on save action and make sure to save this and also have it published. So you already have that workflow created. So once that is complete, you can go back to your email, go to marketing, email templates. And from here, on the word unsubscribe, so highlight that text, and then you can use trigger link in here. Sorry. Okay, there you go, trigger link. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not allowing me to. Okay, for example, give me a second. Okay, so for example, you highlight the text and click on trigger link and find the unsubscribe button that you've created. Oh, sorry. So after you highlight the text, actually you need to click on this link or button so you can insert the actual trigger link inside. So for example, you click that, it's going to be empty. and then you go to link list and then find the unsubscribe button that you've created. For example, this one. Oops, I think that's not the right one. Unsubscribe button and click on save. So it's going to be hyperlinked instead of like displaying that weird linked. So once that is complete, make sure the color is there as well. And then last thing that you want to add is your mail address, your mailing address. So it's important that you have here the mailing address. It could be your personal address if you are home based, or if you have like what do you call this? It's like an address that you can send mails to, but it's not really your physical address, to protect your actual physical address, if that makes sense. So just make sure that you add that. We have that in custom values, but you can just type it there. It could look like this. So this is the address that we use for our business. So make sure that you have that because that's very important and very, like, it's part of you know, the things that you need in an email. So it goes in the primary folder. All right. So once you have all those things, make sure that you also go in the setting of your email. You can specify the from name, the from email. Make sure that you use the one that is connected in your account. You know, for example, you're using a business email, make sure to use that, and also the name of your company. And you can even put the preview text. So for example, when you open an email, typically what shows is the first few words of that actual email, but you can actually specify that preview text. So I'm talking about this one. So if you can see, this is the subject line and this is the preview text. So for example, I have here, there you go. Can I send you clients? That's like the subject line, and then this is the preview text. So if you want to change that, you can actually put something in the preview text so that will show instead of like the first few words of your actual email. And then also making sure that your email subject is there and it doesn't contain the biggest marketing words like um, you know like the dollar sign or like all those salesy words, because that also can affect your email you know deliverability, and it will be considered as spam for some reason. So those are the things that you want to do. Once you have all those things, it will you know I'm not guaranteeing that your email will go to primary, but it will definitely increase the likelihood, or like email deliverability will be definitely be improved from there. All right. I hope you learned something today. If you have any questions regarding the steps, if something is unclear, let us know so we can give you more clarity. And if you want us to create, a video tutorial for your next week regarding, a custom thing that you want to work and learn from regarding your CRM, let us know so we can create that for you. All right. Have a great rest of your day and hope you have a great weekend. Take care.